of the ukulele fool, foolishly believing that your ukulele playing is going to brighten somebody's day. So let's learn All I Ever Need Is You together. In this tutorial, I'll go over the chords with you. There's a G6 in here, and I will also discuss various substitutions and eliminations that you can make to make this tutorial work for you. I have timestamps down below to all the sections so you can find the section that's most relevant for your ukulele journey. I'll go over my strumming suggestions and a practice session where we just play the chords together for the length and duration that they go together, and we'll do it slowly. I have my signature history nerds section where we're going to discuss Sonny and Cher in context of history, and then there's a play along, so come join me. There's a whole slew of chords in this song, but none of them are too difficult, and I have some substitutions and eliminations that you can do. G6 is the most unusual, but it's not hard at all. Basically, you've got your G, these two fingers, and then you've got your third fret on the E string. Well, just take away that third fret on the E string and you have a G6. It's just a little style point. If you find yourself playing a G instead of a G6, no harm, no foul. I want to give you just a little hint on the G chord. If you're finding it's challenging, you might do what some of my students have done, and instead of reaching your index finger to the C string, try putting it on the A string and reaching across with your middle finger to the C string, second fret, and then of course your ring finger has to take that position on the third fret of the E string. But you know, some of my students find it much easier to do it this way, and there's no problem with doing it that way. So if G is giving you fits, try this. We also have a G7. I think of G as geese flying towards the body of your instrument, and a G7 is geese flying towards the head of your instrument. In every case where you see a G7 in this song, you can eliminate it. You can play a regular G. The place that if you're going to keep a G7 would be in the bridge. But again, you could just substitute a G if it's right now at your level. Getting to the G7 is a challenge. We also have an A minor. Add your first fret on the E string, you have an F. Move it over here, you've got a C7. Hardest chord of the bunch is a D7. I play it barred using my index finger all the way across. That's a G6. And then when you add the third fret of the A string, it's a D7. I play it with my ring finger because then I can use this finger here just as an extra little leverage to get it to sound nicely. I tend to roll my hand just a tad to help get a little bit more of the bony section of my finger on the fretboard to help make contact with all of those strings. If D7 is just giving you fits and it's not sounding pretty, well, hey, I got a cheat for you. You can play an easy D7, which is index and middle finger. Don't rely on this all the time because this D7 works for jazzier tunes. It's also called a Hawaiian D7, but it doesn't have a real D in it, so use it sparingly. You can use it in this piece, though. I give you full permission. All right, can't get away from the E7, though. First fret on the A string, second fret on the C string, and second fret on the A string. Did I say that right, G? Yeah. Like that. The last chord that you need, and you need it in the bridge, just that one time, is an E minor. And I think of E minor as kind of a ladder. Index finger on the A, third fret on the E, and then fourth fret on the C. Index, middle, ring. It's a little challenging. You have to go from an F and then just bringing that index finger down here. I lead with my index finger. I'm index finger dominant. If you're middle finger dominant, I would then work on getting the middle finger transferred from the A string to the E string. Like that. The basic strumming pattern that I use to do this is an island strum. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, link up here and one down below to help you find good tutorials on the island strum. Actually, I'll put 2 down below because there's different types of learners and I have different ways of teaching. In the bridge, you cannot use the island strum throughout. The G6, well, you can only do 2 strums on the G6 as well as the C in front of it. So C and G6. It's only 2 beats long for each one of those chords, and the island strum is a 4-beat pattern. So just simplify and put 2 down strums on each one of those. I'll give you a running leap with the lyrics in here. Sure there is, sure as summer, fall, spring, all the things you do. And when you get to the A minor, you can go back to the island strum. So that's just a little something to be aware of. Also, I added some just down strums for the last line of the bridge, stylistically, just to bring it home. Gives me a reason to build my world around you. And then you go back into the island strum, just for some style points. Oh, speaking of style points, let's go over what you can do to spice this up. I listened to a ukulele cover of this song by Joyce Fleming, and I thought, oh, her strumming was brilliant. So I'm going to share what she does here on this tutorial. I like it too. So on the ends of the first, second, and fourth phrase of each verse, we're going to change our island strum to down, up, down, up, down, up. So you're adding a little bit more, one more up strum to the island strum. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Just to give it a little bit more activity. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, begin. F, G7, back to C, and you're back into the verse. I would like to remind you to hit that thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe to my channel. It's the only way that my channel can continue to grow and get in front of other people that are learning the ukulele. So please and thank you. In 1971, Sonny and Cher, a song duo, made this song onto the Billboard hits. It was originally written for Ray Charles, who also did a recording of it the same year. But Sonny and Cher, they were on TV and they had a huge platform. And the TV variety show was a big deal in 1971, probably the height of the TV variety show. Ed Sullivan, the Carol Burnett Show, those have been going on for a while. Dean Martin and Andy Williams had this TV variety show. You know, you'd have like little skits and things like that, along with musical offerings. You know, when you had a show with Dean Martin in it, of course, he had to sing it. And so Sonny and Cher, of course, they had to sing a couple numbers. And then there were also musical guests that would come in. Other shows was Laugh-In and their spin-off Hee Haw. They were going in 1971. Red Skelton. And was Flip Wilson in 1971? Oh, I'll have to check. But yeah, so all this is when TV variety shows right on primetime television were huge. And I know I was a huge fan, and I loved the Sonny and Cher show. I loved Carol Burnett. I even loved Dean Martin. Still do. I hope you're enjoying this tutorial, and all my tutorials on YouTube are free. Hours and hours and hours of work. I'm a professional music educator, and it's my privilege to be able to be here on camera and help spread the ukulele love. But if you feel that you can help me support this almost full-time effort, I'd sure love to have you as a patron on patreon.com. I've got a link down below to a video explaining all my rewards and benefits that you get as being a patron. So please consider joining us and helping spread the ukulele love, keeping this channel free. Thanks. Here we go. I'm going to take a nice moderate tempo. You can go faster on your own. So 1, 2, 1, 2, here we go. Sometimes when I'm down and all alone, feels like a child without a home. The love you give me keeps me hanging on, honey. All I ever need is you. You're my first love, you're my last. You're my future, you're my past. And loving you is all I ask, honey. All I ever need is you. Winters come, then they go, and we watch the mountain snow. Sure as summer follows spring, all the things you do give me a reason to build my world around you. Some men follow rainbows, I have told. Some men search for silver, some for gold. But I found my treasure in your soul, honey. All I ever need is you. Without love I never find the way through ups and downs of every single day. And I won't sleep at night until you say, honey, all I ever need is, baby, all I ever need is you. I hope you're doing well. It's my pleasure and honor to be part of your ukulele journey. Give me a fist bump. Did any of you want to be Cher? I mean, when I was a kid, my mom kept my hair cut really short. Yeah, something I'm doing today. And then I wanted long hair, and I was a skinny kid, and so I could see myself being Cher, throwing my hair back. How about you? And isn't Sonny Bono like one of the most adequate singers you've ever heard? And he made it. So if you have an adequate voice, embrace your inner Sonny Bono.